profusely decorated with scroll, leaf, and spiral motifs. So the sari manok were engraved by the flowing elements. So it is said to be a symbol of good fortune, and if there is a symbol that the Maranao people in the Philippines are associated with, it is the sari manok. So like I have said earlier, the sari manok symbolizes a good fortunes. So if the Torogan house has its symbol, of course, it blessed with a good fortune. The sari manok is an inheritage. It is invoked in many rituals and showcases their unique artistic geniuses. So the sari manok, it is a bird symbol of the Maranao. So it is depicted as a fowl with colorful wings and feathered tail holding a fish on its beak or talons. Sorry for the typo. Did you know that the sari manok, known as a papanok in its feminine form? So if the sari manok is a girl, the name of that sari manok is papanok. So the sari manok, the word sari manok comes from sari, which means a garment of different color, and the manok, which means rooster. So sari, the prefix sari, is known as a garments with a different colors, or the suffix manok means rooster. So the figure of sari manok is normally characterized by its colorful feathers, scroll, leaf, and other motifs on its head, and the fish that it carries on its talons or beak. So now let's proceed to malong. So malong is one of the prominent here in the Mindanao, especially in Muslim people. So the malong is a traditional tube garment of the Maranao. So the Maranaos are known for their gold and purple malong. So the malong is the traditional tube of the Maranaos, made of hand-woven or machine-made multicolored cotton cloth bearing a variety of geometric or ochre designs. So even in the malong, it is very evident that the ochre is connected with it. So the malong is directly akin to the sarong worn by peoples in the other parts of maritime Southeast Asia, such as the Malaysia, the Brunei, the East Timor, and Indonesia. And it is the etymological cognate of the Polynesian malo, or known as a loin cloth. So if you will notice, the colors are green, yellow, red, violet, and blue dominated the Muslim arts. So the malong is one of the most well-known and wide-used textiles produced by the weavers of the Mindanao. So the malong is very widely used, especially in the Muslim people. So like the Tausug, they use malong. The Lumad, they use malong. The provinces that are inhabited by the Muslim people, they use malong. So the malong actually have two types. So the first is malong landap. So the malong landap is usually worn by men and women. So the men can use malong landap, and the women and men also can use the malong landap. However, the malong andon is exclusively used by women. Women only. So that is the difference between the malong landap and malong andon. The malong landap is both for men and women, while the malong andon is only for women. So those are the creative and creative crafts of the Mindanao. So to continue, my group members will explain the rest. So thank you for watching the video.